respect time, respect others' time, respect my time, and if you have arranged something with somebody, if there is going to be a cancellation, a delay, it's always good to communicate on time and say, yeah, this is not going to take place, or if you're going to be late, it's always so good to communicate to the other person. Why do I say this? Recently I had an experience whereby this place we are going for an appointment, and actually this gentleman called and gave us the appointment, and he told us, be in my office at this time. And the other person I was going to this appointment actually was also on a busy schedule somewhere, and she had to cancel so that she comes and go to this appointment. And she comes and she picks me up, and we hit the traffic, and there we are. We reach this gentleman's office on time. And the secretary says, okay, he hasn't come back to the office yet, but just wait, let me buzz him and tell him you're here. And we sit at the reception, and we are waiting for this gentleman to show up. And what comes is a phone call, and he calls and he says he has been caught up wherever he is and will not be able to come to the office, but he's going to discuss whatever it is that we needed to discuss on phone. And we are there wondering and asking ourselves, why make us come all this way, and he's not going to show up? And if we are going to discuss this matter on phone at this day and age when there are Zoom and many other platforms of meeting, why this? And of course we didn't feel good about it, because we felt that was not respect of our time, and he wasted our time. And as I was thinking about this, I said to myself, okay, he's done this, but I asked myself, are there times I also find myself not respecting other people's time? Because what he did was 100% under his control. But what I do with other people when I'm invited, be it an event, be it a function, be it a visit, a meeting, whatever it is, whether it's formal or informal, I'm in control. And I think there's this thing we always say is like Africans, we are known to be always late. And I think to me it's not a very good thing, because we fail to consider the other person who has invited us for that event, because there are many consequences. The consequences, sometimes can be very negative, because assume it's an event or a big function and majority of the people come late. It actually affects the whole event, because the hosts first they start thinking about the venue. The venue, maybe it had a certain timeline. The people who are doing the catering or the people who are cooking, maybe they had agreed up to a certain time. So again, the hosts start adjusting a lot of things, because they are thinking, now what will happen? Because there are extra costs involved in all this, because majority of the people have come. And in fact, sometimes some of the exciting things which were supposed to happen in that event end up being removed because time is running out. So that lateness, that African time actually becomes a challenge. It could even be in a home whereby you have visitors are coming and they tell you we'll come at 1 o'clock. And you make sure the people waiting, they are all ready, they are not even eating, they are waiting for their guests. And everything is set, and then these guests, they take so long in coming. Maybe they end up arriving at 4 or much later. And when they do that, again the consequences, because people will start warming food and disrupting the whole program. And that's why I'm saying it is not respect of time when we say it is African time. And even as individuals, when you go to a function and you are late, it again keeps, disrupting. You are behind, you are trying to catch up on what is going on. Sometimes you go to where the food is being served, and you go and find the food is finished. Then, you keep calling ushers to get you something, to try to see whether there's something that is remaining, or because you didn't keep time. And there's no excuse for not keeping time unless really something has happened, because you knew about this event. It is not like you're told, come tomorrow, and you had a lot of time to plan for this event. So whenever you go to an event and you see ushers are trying to arrange things for you, where to sit, what to eat, it means you did keep time and you didn't respect time. And that reminds me of, again, recently, an event we went to, and this time of COVID, people are inviting, only the people that need to be in their event. And we went as we arrived on time, and we are seated because we were supposed to be seated by 1 o'clock. And then much later, there is this lady who comes, and she was dressed up nicely, and she comes up late. And of course, by the time she was entering, I think she was told to first go straight and serve, because everybody else has served and people are just seated. And she serves, and then she starts moving with her food in the plate. But whichever table she goes to, she is told there's somebody there. She moved to quite a number of tables until an usher had to look for a seat and to come and squeeze it. So lateness, not keeping appointments, cancelling appointments is actually not respecting other people's time, and also not respecting my own time if I'm the one who is getting late. So even the Bible says, in Matthew 7:12, so in everything, do to others what you'd have them do to you, for this sums up the law of the prophets. Because when you are late, it means you wouldn't want somebody to be late for your event. And also in Titus 2:7, it says, in everything, set them an example by doing what is good. In your teaching, show integrity and seriousness. And when you are late, it is not showing integrity, is not showing seriousness, is not showing that you are respecting the other person, it is not showing commitment, and actually it ends up being a waste of other people's time. So I would love to be that person who has a good repute with keeping time, so that people take me seriously and my reputation is not in question. So I will be very keen to ensure that when I'm invited somewhere, or even when I'm meeting a person and we had agreed on a certain time, that I keep to that time. So I will respect other people's time, and I want to wrap up with a quote, and this quote says, a good reputation is more valuable than money. It is by Papillus Cyrus, and I want to retain a good reputation, so I will respect other people's time, and I also hope and pray that others will respect mine. Thank you.